Guilty on all counts. It took a jury just 8 hours to convict the four people behind the June 2024 ambush of Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. While the verdict was fast, the sentencing is where the real battle begins. Four men are facing a choice between life or a young mother is facing a future behind bars. AI has made a prediction on the likely sentencing, and we will share the prediction coming up and give our own prediction. Watching this XXL footage, the tension is clear. Fulio's in your face style is what the defendants say provoked them. It was the dissing going back on both sides. It was the unaliving on both sides. The jury has decided that a diss song does not justify a coordinated execution. Let's look at how this history has impacted AI's prediction. Those involved: Alicia Andrews, the pregnant girl who was also the lookout; Isaiah Chance, who was her boyfriend at the time. You got Davion Murphy, the cousin, and also Rashad Richie, the cousin. You got Sean Gathright, the crybaby. You look at the faces of these young people and you see streamers and scholars and scientists and doctors and entrepreneurs and content creators and rappers. But at the end of the day, none of their dreams will ever be realized, and Fulio's promising career is no more. Watching this footage, you see a side of Charles Jones that the headlines often miss. He's dancing, he's vibrant, he's youthful, he almost feels untouchable. In these moments, he has an innocence, but he also has rivals. You see him in action, touting his rivals and playing the game of the streets. But you also see a kid having the time of his life, just like these people are kids. Except it's not fun and games. Here are the victims, the kids that lost their lives to this senseless battle over diss tracks and music. You have people who could have been anything, but instead they are news stories. They are Wikipedia stories. They are stories where their birthday and their death day should not have been that quick. They should not perish at 18 and 19 years old. A diss track, we were taught when we was growing up, and that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. I do disagree that words do hurt. The words out your mouth do hurt people, but are they worth you trading your future? And they're gone. Fulio is no more, but y'all will never breathe fresh air. You will never breathe fresh air. So while the taunting, I understand, is painful, going back on both sides is very painful, but is it worth it? This is not good. This is not good what Fulio has done. This is not good, but is it worth it? He's shot in the foot. He's at the gravesite. It's all kind of antics going back and forth, and it's the public's, the young public's insatiable desire. You did this. You shot me in my foot, so now I got to go to your grave. You got my brother and my friends. Now I got to drink Don Julio on the golf course and make a video that looks innocent but is very menacing. You say something to me, I say something to you. You do something to me, I do something to you. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. For those following the Julio Foolio trial updates, the evidence goes far beyond just that night in Tampa. To understand the back and forth beef, there were lyrics, very violent lyrics going back and forth. Young and Ace takes some liminal shots on the golf course. Foolio goes to the graveside. He puts the pictures up, and this stuff is pain. Each one, it's not a bullet, but it's painful words that shoot like bullets. So what do we really have when it's all said and done? We have five people who who thought it was a good idea to travel to Tampa and carry out a deadly attack on Julio Foolio outside a hotel filled with innocent people. This wasn't some isolated location far away from the public. Families were staying there. We understand your families have been hurt, but innocent families were staying there. Parents were getting ready to take their college students back to campus. I believe Sean Gathright was a college student. Business travelers were moving in and out of the area. Workers, tourists, and everyday people were nearby when gunfire erupted. Investigators said the shooting happened in a busy part of Tampa where businesses travel, hotel guests surrounded the scene. In other words, countless innocent lives could have been caught in the middle of what prosecutors described as a target attack. And for what? For these lyrics. And after all that, social media became the next stage. According to prosecutors and online videos, several of the people involved appeared online celebrating, flaunting Don Julio and allegedly mocking the dead if it's somebody's son had just lost their life and if their own freedom was not on the line. Mm, 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 mm. It seems like in every city and every other day, there is a town hall meeting. We meet and we meet and we meet, yet it never stops. And once again, there is a video out where Foolio's mother, Sandrika, is holding up 2 bottles of Don Julio, saying, after the verdict, she said, uh-huh. I think it's funny. There's a saying, laugh now, cry later. I'm sure they laughed on the way back in the Uber at Sean Gathright. I'm sure they all laughed and text each other or like they were on social media. And then it gets real. It gets real, right? And then you're in court with your head down, arguing, you're crying, you want your freedom, you want to go home. Alicia Andrews wanted to go home and have her baby, and she was still talking to Chance. He said he's not in a gang, but they call him Gutter Zay. And they just popped out in this busy hotel with cars. Somebody could have been in a car sleeping. More people could have been harmed. I don't, for the life of me, we're going to share what AI predicted, but for the life of us, we can't understand what they were thinking. So the men have been convicted. They had their trial together, a first-degree murder and premeditated gang-related ambush with multiple victims wounded. As a result, AI predicts that they will get LWOP, life without parole. It says, given the surveillance, the gang contents, the planning, AI guess that most or all will receive life without parole, with possible death for the shooters, Gathright, Rashad, and Davion Murphy. Those 3 will not. Gathright, he's younger. I think he's 18 or 19. But Rashad and the cousin Davion, they 30 years old. And Gathright, he going to receive more years in prison than he been alive. He been alive 18 years, and you about to get life. Can you imagine getting life? What on earth was he thinking? So that's what AI thinks. What we think here on the Blessed or Messy channel. Hi, by the way, I'm blessed. Some of y'all is blessed too, but some of y'all is messy. What we think, we would say life without parole. Generally, we are against the death penalty because it's like not equally distributed. People of color, men, they're likely to get it. And even though this crime was heinous, when it's one of the heinous crimes, but we just are not for the death penalty. So I would, if I was a juror, we would pick life without parole. Here's Young and Ace telling his story to what's the man's name? Academics. Yeah. No winners, no winners, no winners.